Hi there, it's Mary from stampingmary.stampinup.net. Today's project is a cute little gift box, and it features the Fine Shimmer paper, which is in the Stampin' Up mini catalogue. If you have a look at page 14 and 15 of the catalogue, you'll see the paper there. Here it is right here. It comes in Fresh Freesia Gold and Soft Succulent. It is a beautiful shimmer paper. It's the consistency, or the weight I should say, of cardstock, but it's absolutely beautiful and it's just perfect for this box that I've made. I've used a piece of Fresh Freesia here, and I've coordinated it with the Favoured Flowers Designer Series paper, which is free with a qualifying purchase during celebration, which finishes at the end of February 2023. So this is the box we are going to make. Just grab that off, and it just folds out like that, and that like that. Very cute, easy. Well, it's not a difficult card to make. It looks box, I should say. It looks a little bit complicated, but once you've got the template down and you've got your cutting, scoring done, it's really not that complicated. So let me show you how I made it. I'm going to bring in the Fine Shimmer paper card first. As I said, I'm using the Fresh Freesia piece right here. So this piece of the Fine Shimmer paper measures 10 inches by 8 inches, and I will put all the dimensions that I've used in the description bar below. I've also got a piece of the Favoured Flowers paper, that beautiful colouring in the background, which coordinates beautifully here, and that one measures 11 by 2.5. That's for the band. So let's do our scoring first. I'm going to bring in the Simply Scored scoring tool, and on the short side, which is that 8-inch side, we're going to score it at 1 inch, 2¼ inches, yeah, that's right, sorry, 2¼ inches, 5¾ inches, and 7. And then we're going to turn it around to that long side, and we're going to score it at 2, 3¼ 6¾ and 8 inches. You do have to press pretty hard on your scoring, with your scoring there, because it is a fine cardstock. So now give all of them a good burnish. Alright, so they're all done. Alright, so if you place it on the portrait way, looking at it, you've got 2 wider pieces, the here and here. So what we want to be doing is actually... Alright, let's start that again. Interrupted by my dog barking. So if you place the paper going landscape across from you, you're going to have your 2 narrow pieces, the bottom and the top, and that's where we want to start our cutting. So what I would suggest is that you actually do a little template as a practice. That's how I sort of started going with mine. So starting from the bottom where that narrow is, we're going to cut up to here, these first 2 squares, and we're going to cut them away. Right, and the same on that side. So cut them all away. Right, turn it around and do exactly the same on the other side. I find it easier to just do this at each end, then I sort of can keep track of where I'm cutting. Alright, so that should look like that, facing landscape. You haven't got it looking like that, so both those pieces cut away. Keeping it in the same orientation, I'm going to cut away that square there. Okay, so just that one. Same on the other side. Turn it around, do the same around here, cutting off that edge, last that small rectangle piece. That's why I do it in stages. You can use your trimmer if you like. I just find it easier with my snips. And that is what you're going to end up with when it's looking like that. So if it's landscape, you've got your narrow pieces here, and then portrait, you've got your wider bits up here. Those are the two pieces that will fold in to sort of form the closing of the box. But we're not finished with our cutting yet, because we have to cut away our little tabs. So these 4 little narrow tabs here, or small tabs here, if you're looking at it in the horizontal, in the vertical position, or portrait position I should say, so having a portrait, come up, and we're going to cut into those ones just there, not cutting them away, we're just cutting these. Turn it around, cut those ones, and then if I can just show you, the box actually folds up like that, with these coming in, and these coming over. So our tape is actually going to go on these 4 tabs right here. Okay, so I'm just noticed that looks a little bit messy, so I'm just going to wedge that one in a little bit. And where else? This one here looks a little bit messy. Just make it a little bit, it'll sit together more nicely if they are wedged. Just a little bit. Right. Okay, so just again, before I adhere the tape, with this in the portrait position, it's going to come over, these will come in, and that will come up. So these ones, you have your narrow piece sitting at the top, and then your wider piece. Right, those small tabs, that's where we're going to put our tape. Just notice that's still a little bit, just going to cut that mark away there. Right. Okay, so with our tape there, I'm just going to bring it into here, bring it in there, one to there, and then that one to there. So it makes a nice square box, and that's it. I've used my stronger adhesive on this one, so that just folds in, that one folds in, and that one comes across like that, and that's all there is to it. I might just give that paper a little bit of a, doesn't seem to want to sit flat, but once you've got the belly band on, obviously it's going to sit flat. So the belly band, there's no scoring for this one. All I do is, did I do it this way or that way? Can't remember how doesn't really matter which way you put it on. I think I'll go this way, with the box going sort of in that, so it's going to open up that way. So just bring your tape with your paper over and just fold it round. Don't secure it yet, just very gently squeeze in those folds there. Okay. I like to come back and burnish them so they're nice and crisp. This Favoured Flowers paper is really pretty. If you haven't checked it out yet in the celebration brochure, I've put a link in the description bar below. Really, it is pretty. So, which way shall I go? That way? It doesn't really matter. It's not directional. Oops. There you go. Oh, I went that way. Yeah, that's the right way. That's how I did it. Hang on. I'm having a moment here. Let's just start again. Yeah, we're right. Okay. That's better. So some tape on here. Don't make it too tight that you can't get it, take the band off, but just tight enough so it's not sort of flopping around. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that. So for the sentiment, I've used Evening Evergreen, which is a background colour in this paper here, and I've gone ahead and stamped 2 of the images, and I've used this is the tailored tags, and this is the stamp set that coordinates with this beautiful paper. It also has matching dies, one of which I've used for that friend. So that's the stamping done. Really simple little bit of stamping there. Bringing in the Fresh Freesia ribbon to tie a nice bow there. I did try this with the Evening Evergreen ribbon, but it was just a little bit dark. Obviously the Soft Succulent, we still have that Soft Succulent, the same ribbon in the catalogue as well. So if you wanted to make this in the Soft Succulent or the gold, it would look absolutely beautiful. This shimmer paper really is fabulous. And for an elegant little box like this, I think it really does look great. Right, I'm using some of the elegant trim, the silver elegant trim here, to tie on this sentiment. And all I'm doing is just, I'm just going to pop the friend on there with a little bit of tape on here, just so it's sitting on the ribbon. There you go. And that's all there is to it. It's a really easy to make box once you've got sort of a practice template going, I guess. And I have put all the dimensions for this box plus the products I've used in the description bar below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Stamping Mary, that's MERRY @gmail.com. Thank you.